Yo, it's the kid. So just wanted us to do this because again, I've just been very, very busy with stuff happening and everything, but who cares? Screw that. Preview. I wanted just to put out this preview before the game. Bayern Munich against Tottenham. Tottenham playing at home against Bayern Munich. Right now, for me, coming into this game, I believe that Bayern Munich are the favorites to win this game. I believe that they are better in form. And I think specifically what I'll speak to a bit later is the impact of Coutinho on Bayern Munich. For Tottenham, they're a team who the whole Colchester thing, struggling to beat I believe it was Southampton. Hugo Lloris, still a brick, still a flipping brick. They're not really fully comfortable, and I think they're not really flowing as well as they have done, especially last season. So I think even if Tottenham are playing at home, I think Bayern Munich have the strong advantage, and Bayern Munich should look to win the game. Bayern Munich should not look to get a draw because this is the perfect opportunity for Bayern Munich to not only get 6 points, but then gain a strong foothold in the group, but also by beating one of their closest rivals away from home, it sets them up to pretty much top this group very easy without worrying about not coming through the group number one. So I think where Tottenham are concerned, I think what you saw Paderborn do, who are bottom three, is that defense is shaky. Boateng, I think, he's declining. Sule, I've not rated him. He's a decent defender, but for me, he's unranked. So you have two unranked defenders in that Bayern Munich defense. Although Pavan and Hernandez are good, if it is Sule Boateng partnership, I'm not sure how good that will be. If I'm Iko Kovac, probably ride Pava with Sule in there or something like that. Because I think if you're Tottenham, and this is where it comes to Tottenham's offensive plan, you have to look to try and move those guys. So if Lucas is available, see, look, I get Harry Kane has to play. I get it. But if I'm looking at it from a tactical point of view, and immobile the defense, two tall, tough the defenders, but who are not very good, who are not very quick, who are not very mobile, I have to go with mobility and the movement. So I'm going to go with a smaller, lighter, much more mobile attack, which has Lucas, flipping your boy Son and so forth in that attack. But we'll see what it is. But then maybe Harry Kane can be used to sort of be a utility to try and set things up. But I just think, from Tottenham's midfield and everything, they have to be much more attack. They've got to move the ball a lot quicker and they've got to be a lot more inventive. Because the quicker they move the ball, especially if the counter attack is on, then the more that they can damage them. Because for football is about what do you do when it's men behind the ball and what do you do when the defense is playing a lineup. Do you know how to break down a defense with men behind the ball? Do you know how to play really quickly when you're on the counter? So for Tottenham, how can you do on the counter? Can you play quick on the counter? So where Bayern Munich are concerned, I think Coutinho is going to be very key and very important. So if you're Bayern Munich, I think it's about using Coutinho as the playmaker. And I think for the runs that Coman and Gnabry make are going to be very key. But I think what Bayern Munich should really try and do, again, which is what I say, this is football 1, 2, 3. Men behind the ball and in the counter-attack. In the counter-attack, I think Bayern Munich will destroy Tottenham because Coutinho is dangerous in the counter-attack and they've got the speed of both Gnabry and Coman. But if it's now men behind the ball and so forth, that is where people like Lewandowski has to get in dangerous areas, and that is where it's up to Gnabry or Coman to get the ball wide. Maybe use the overlaps, but try and beat your man 1-1v1. So it's about Coman, can you be effective? Gnabry, can you be effective? And for Coutinho, if it's a man behind the ball thing, carrying that ball and taking those shots. For Thiago, it's about keeping the ball, utility of the ball, and trying to force the issue, movement in, but the way that you move the ball around. But that's a key 1, 2, 3 of football. How do you play on the counter? How do you play when it's men behind the ball? Prediction? I think I'm going to stick with what I said before. 2-2. 2-all. 2-2. Peace out. Remember guys, if you like the vid, share the vid, like the vid, and please subscribe. Peace out, stay true. I'm out.